What is happening, everybody? I hope you're all well, and welcome on back to Dragon Age Inquisition. As always, if you're new here or haven't yet, please do subscribe, leave a like and a comment, and of course, if you want to catch up on the rest of the Let's Play so far, go ahead and check the description below. I'll have the whole series down there in order for everybody. So, let's catch up on the war table missions real quick, and we seem to just consistently be getting more here, actually. Yeah, we'll catch up on the ones we already did. We'll set some new stuff going, and then we need to talk to Cassandra and Leliana, because apparently they're both in the running to be the new Divine, so that should be interesting. The planned caravan, tipped by Sarah's friends, was abandoned at our blockade. The organizers have disappeared. There's no doubt it was intended for the enemy. We got an amulet of power out of that. I assume that would be for Sarah. Unmask those across the sea. Compliments to your spy master. She is a resourceful woman. Once she traced our agent to Cayman Bray, the match was ruled in her favor. Tell Sister Liliana to call off her dogs. Save them for Corypheus. We suspect also that she has gotten all she can from Sir Helmuth. A caterpillar on a leaf does not know there is a forest about him. You will hear no more from us. Our intention was to watch, and we have seen enough. Corypheus threatens us all, and the Inquisition is Thedas' only hope for stopping him. Remember that. For the moment, we are not your enemy. As a gesture of goodwill, we share our knowledge. May it prove valuable in your coming battle. On behalf of powers across the sea, the Executors, he gave us a Master Demon Slaying rune. Though still no closer to knowing who they are or anything about them, really. I wonder if that has anything to do with the after-credits scene in Dragon Age Veilguard. Probably not, but maybe, right? Because the Canary ran across from the sea, and at the end of Veilguard, it kind of talks about how whatever that force is has been the designing factor behind everything that's gone on here. Ambassador, following the arrival of your letter, I invited my dear cousin Blanchard to Halam Sharal for an urgent consultation on the Inquisition, during which time I had his home thoroughly searched. A large sum of Tevinter gold was found in his chateau, as well as a room full of red lyrium. My cousin finds his stay at the Winter Palace shall be of some duration. Many thanks, Celine Valmont. We got an amulet of power for that. That amulet of power might actually be for us, because I don't see who else it would be for. That was a Josephine mission. Negotiate a deal for weapon plans. I recently became aware of a talented and inventive young blacksmith from the Anderfels. Once we were introduced through my extensive connections, I negotiated a deal to obtain his weapon plans for the Inquisition. Unfortunately, I have just now been outbid by a nobleman from Val d'Ormo who maintains a private army. I would hate to lose those designs. Is there anything we can do? Sir Morris, Quartermaster. The Inquisition's need is greater. Leave this to me. I will have this nobleman persuaded. I could attempt to find a compromise. Knowledge can be shared. After all, I'm sure the noblemen will be reasonable. They are never reasonable. Go do your thing, Liliana. He sniped it away from us, so now we'll make him give it back. Meet Orlesian mercenaries. Inquisitor, if you believe it would be helpful, I would be pleased to take the bull's chargers into Orlais to meet with mercenaries currently serving Orlesian nobles who wish to rebel. A well-placed word from one professional to another could pull the teeth from the enemy and bolster the Inquisition's ranks. Lieutenant Cremisius Aclasi. While the chargers lean on the mercenaries, I can lean on the nobles. Between us, we can subvert any possible rebels. That sounds like the best option there. So who do we have left to throw on something now? Cullen, right? The consequences of Blackwall's lie. A letter written in fine hand and lightly scented, signed by Josephine. The issue of Tom Rainier has been settled, but his deception has had far-reaching consequences. Had we not used the Grey Warden treaties, we might not have found ourselves in so awkward a position. As it is, I receive daily messages from all quarters demanding we make reparations. We must do something. Scribbled beneath, signed by Cullen. I'm sorry, did we embarrass a duchess at a soiree by stepping on her gown, or was the sky torn open and Haven beset by an ancient darkspawn magister? We needed the gold. We needed the men. You would have persuaded someone to part with them, with or without the treaties. We are not making reparations for doing what we had to do, what no one else could have done. Don't forget, we are now allied with the Wardens. If we had no authority to conscript before, we do now. We step forward, not back. No apologies. What happened with the Wardens gives us more authority than ever to use the treaties. I agree.
To work?
they can take their reparations and blow it straight out of their ass. You will not find me paying you back for any of that. I didn't know I was deceived too. So, you'll get them when I get them. How about that? Yeah, we'll go talk to Cassandra now and tell her that she's in line for the throne. I wonder how she'll feel about that. I wonder how Vivian would feel about that. I'm sure she would like a seat at the table too, huh? I'm almost positive she would try and throw a hat in the mix, although that is not going to happen, I assure you. Interested, and that just despawned when we got close. Not sure what that's about. Good news or bad news, Cassandra, depending on how you look at it.
Consider it, Lady Cassandra. The clerics are still sequestered. If no one steps forward, they will debate until...
And you think I could make them agree? I've heard enough for one day, Mother Giselle.
Talk to her, your worship.
I don't care what your opinion is after the whole Dorian thing. Even if I did, it wouldn't be for you, Oppie.
The fun never ends in Skyhold, does it?
The Inquisitor was hilarious. That's what they'll say one day, you watch. I assume you've heard that Leliana and I are both candidates to be the next Divine. Because of what happened at Halam Shiral, of course, the Empire favors you. Thus everyone close to you. So now the Chantry bandies our names about without even asking us first.
Would it even work?
How can you and Leliana be candidates? You're not even priests.
It's not without precedent. Amar III was sister to the Emperor, and Galatea a commoner. Leliana and I were, at least, part of the Chantry hierarchy. It would be accepted.
I'm not even gonna ask why I'm not a candidate. I already know why. Aside from the fact that I'm male, I'm just not... You know what I mean? That's too busy here. I do think, of all this, Cassandra would be a pretty good choice. There's a couple of things to consider when you decide who you want to be, and the only reason I wouldn't make Cass the Divine is because she's supposed to be rebuilding the Seekers. But I suppose she could do that as the Holy Divine, right? And if the alternative is Leliana, from everything we've seen of Leliana inside the game so far, right? She wanted to kill everybody and let Briala take over the throne, which is cool for the elves, I suppose, but in practice, that would never work. Way too idealistic. And I'm sure if she became the Divine, then she's gonna tear out and flip up the whole Chantry ride to try and give the elves a better place in the world, which is commendable, but will not be met without resistance, and then it will be ineffective because there will be too much squabbling and all that stuff. Not only that, but we've also seen her handily execute people without a second thought and destroy everything in the background that's a problem. As the Divine, there will be a lot of people that are a problem for her. So she's kind of off the table. Cassandra has shown temperance. She's shown a willingness to reform and get them back to their true goal, but not too much reform to where there would be rebellion over it. Cassandra has shown herself to be quite apt at leadership already. She organized the Inquisition before we took over. Like, she's shown all the goodies for this, really.
I think you'd make an excellent Divine.
Truly? I never look good in hats.
I do think you'd look a little silly in the getup. I will agree.
Surely it was never meant to be like this. The Chantry, the Circle of Magi, the Templars. This cannot be what they intended when it all began. The Chantry should provide faith, hope. Instead, it cannot veer from its course, even in the face of certain death.
I'm surprised to hear you, of all people, say that.
Oh? Am I not the same woman who declared the Inquisition against the Chantry's wishes?
That's true.
In all my years as a Seeker, I did what I was told. My faith demanded it. But now my faith demands something else.
She did tell them to blow it out of their ass.
See with better eyes.
Then why don't you lead it and steer it the way you want to? All of these changes that you would like to make from all your past experiences, this is an opportunity to get after it, right?
If you're concerned, then make it better.
Did you know Varric is Andrastian? Oh, he blasphemes with every second breath, but deep down he believes. His heart is virtuous.
We've talked about it
But he
briefly.
would never step foot in a chantry. It should be the first place to which the virtuous turn. It needs to change. Perhaps I must be the one to change it.
Perhaps. You gotta do something when this is all done, right?
You're not the only candidate. What about Leliana?
Leliana says she wishes to follow Justinia's legacy. But she and I remember a different person. Justinia knew her fellow clerics and the people would only accept so much change. Leliana would cast it all aside and start over, I think. And that would be chaos for us all.
So what would you do?
What would you change about the Chantry?
The Circle of Magi has its place, but it needs reform. Let the mages govern themselves with our help. Let the Templars stand not as the jailers of mages, but as protectors of the innocent. We must be vigilant, but we must also be compassionate to all peoples of Thedas, human or no. That is what I would change.
I can get behind all of that, really, and to be honest, the thing that she described the circles being and the Templars being is what they are most of the time in the places where it works. That's how it's supposed to be in the first place. That's not so much reform as making them do what they're supposed to be doing.
Your determination is admirable.
Some men would call it an unattractive trait.
I'm not those men.
Truer words have not been spoken.
Who's using flattery now?
It sounds good to me.
So this is your new crusade?
I've agreed to nothing yet.
And if the Chantry calls on you?
Then I will do whatever I can, for as long as I can. I suppose I should not be so concerned. The clerics speak my name for now, nothing more. For now, restoring order and stopping Corypheus remain our priority.
To be honest, that's just the kind of thing for me where if it makes money, it makes sense. You have an amazing candidate with all the right training. She was literally hand of the divine, so she knows directly how the office works and the kind of thing she'd be facing. And she's already proven herself a bunch of different times capable, so kind of just the natural role for her to step into that when we're done with all this, right? Whereas I don't think you can take the spy master out of Leliana, and I don't think you can undo all the things that have been done to her. It's not her fault. Like I said, it's not what she has done, it's the things that have been done to her that have made her this way and the role she's had to step into, not just for Justinia, but also now for the Inquisition.
So it's true. Some look to Cassandra or even me as Justinia's successor. I never thought the idea would gain momentum. Of course, with the other candidates out of the picture...
Let's see if we can do something about this.
They must be desperate.
It's much less flattering when you put it that way.
Yeah, it
If
is.
only being divine were as simple as looking good in a large hat. Restoring the
You would pull
chantry
off the hat
would be
quite
like
well.
trying to steer a sinking
Leliana is a
vessel
baddie.
through a storm.
No one would fault you for abandoning ship, you know.
Out of the ship and straight into the sea. You think Thedas hates mages now? If the chantry falls, don't you think the people will blame magic? Look at all that's happened. Kirkwall's chantry, the war, the breach. Mages are always involved. Without the chantry to guide, that hatred will spiral out of control.
Wow. You really don't think highly of Thedosians.
She does not.
The people care only for simple things. Their world is small, and everything beyond it is unknown and something to fear. They will continue to live like this, unless they can be shown another way. But this is a discussion for later. If Corypheus wins, finding a new divine will be the least of our problems.
I would like to try to talk her out of running, if we can.
A message from Divine Justinia.
That's a shock. You're all right reading it?
Thank you for the concern, Inquisitor. But I am. This message was written months, perhaps even years ago, to be delivered to me if she died. I've heard of such contingency plans. A sudden death often leaves loose ends. I'm to go to Valence, a small village on the waking sea. There is something hidden there.
Do you know what you're looking for?
The Divine was a powerful woman who used her position to obtain all sorts of things. Whatever she hid in Valence would very likely benefit the Inquisition, and must be kept from falling into the wrong hands. If I'm lucky, she will have instructions for me.
You take your instructions from me. What sort of help can a dead divine give you?
Not very
I don't
tactful.
know. Perhaps something to do with the chantry.
And she just took that, huh?
Or it could be personal. She guided me for many years, Inquisitor, as a divine and as a friend.
Even I don't
There
like
are
the way
days
that I
when
said
still
that,
look
and
to
she's
her
just
for
taking it.
advice, only to remember that I am alone.
Why hide things in Valence? What's so special about it?
Justinia was revered mother at the chantry there for many years before she became the divine. It is a place that holds great meaning for her.
I mean, I can go with you.
I'll help in whatever way I can.
Wonderful. I was hoping you would agree to come with me to Valence. One more thing. If what is hidden in Valence is as valuable as I think, we're not going to be the only ones looking for it. I shall meet you at the chantry in Valence. Try not to delay.
Then we should probably take a swing at it, right? Find Leliana at the Chantry in Valence. Is that just as simple as racking something up on the world map? Let's look. It is. Valence Cloister. A letter written by Divine Justinia and posthumously delivered to Leliana directed Leliana to visit Valence, a small village on the waking sea. The Divine left something in the Chantry that Leliana must see. Well, let's take the OGs. Blackwall's thing getup has changed now too, now that we made him a legitimate warden. Or told him to after this is done at least. We will actually get to see him as a warden inside one of the expansions. Which will be fun. That'll be the last thing we play for the series too, that'll be Trespasser. We'll get to see how he handled all that.
It's just as I remember it.
You didn't tell me you'd been here before.
After the Blight ended, I came here to see Justinia. She was just Dorothea then, a revered mother.
I forgot to look up if Dorothea is the one that rescued her inside Origins before she met up with the Cloister in Lotharin, but I'm like fairly certain it is.
It's peaceful here. You must have good memories of this place.
It was a place of comfort. It is good to see it still untouched by Corypheus.
Leliana, is that you?
Sister Natalie, what are you doing here? I thought you were in Val Rayo.
No, I've been here since Justinia died. This place makes me feel like she's still with us.
Inquisitor, this is Natalie, a trusted friend.
Wait,
Trusted.
Inquisitor? You brought the Inquisitor here?
Why do you seem so
My
shook
lord,
about that?
Forgive me for not recognizing you earlier.
You pay penance for that?
I wish more people would fail to recognize me.
Oh, I see.
Natalie,
Yeah,
listen.
that means you can get off your
There
knee.
is something hidden here. Something Justinia left for me.
Oh, really? What is it?
I don't know, but we'll find it. I'm curious to see what brought us all here. Justinia's letter.
She's
came
playing
with
a game
instructions.
with Leliana. That's extremely bold.
Always remember that faith sprung from a barren branch. That light has no fear of darkness. Above all, that strength lives in an open heart.
She must be hinting at something in here. Let's look around.
I was in the cloister.
And switches on the paintings of the people associated with the stuff on the wall, I presume.
I saw a dead rose bush, and I thought, even in the midst of all this, life finds a way. The Maker hasn't.
The light has no fear of darkness.
Do they still sing verses from the benedictions every Friday? That canticle was Justinia's favorite.
Well, I think we hit all the switches it wanted us to hit, right?
Never give up the traditions of our most beloved divine.
The light that has no fear of darkness. Perhaps we're supposed to...
Have you seen it by sunrise?
When the sun rises through it, it splits into what looks like a thousand suns, like a broken mirror.
Yes. Spectacular, isn't it?
What was that?
Okay, I was just waiting for her dialogue to finish. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure we hit all the switches.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Well, why don't we talk about this a little?
Good old Leliana was playing you the whole time. Didn't you realize?
They never sing the benedictions here on Fridays, Natalie. Something so simple. And you got it so wrong. I wanted to believe, but you were lying from the start. Keep that pretty mouth shut if you must, dear. You've already told me everything I need to know. The prickleweed burrs on your hem, talking about the sun rising through the breach. It all points to a single place. Morel in the Dales, Grand Cleric Victoire's bastion. She sent you, didn't she? Victoire was always an opportunist.
Natalie should probably start speaking sooner or later.
Who is this Grand Cleric? I've never heard of her.
An experienced cleric. She never agreed with Justinia, but kept her ideas to herself. I suppose now, with Justinia dead, she thought she could make her move.
I want to know what this Grand Cleric planned here.
She sent Natalie here to see what Justinia was hiding, no?
The Inquisition has turned Thedas away from the true chantry. It must be stopped.
Stop us? You must be joking.
Mother Victoire is well loved by many. The Inquisition has more enemies than you know.
And Victoire thinks she can ally with them.
We don't have to be at odds, Natalie. You could come with us. Join the Inquisition.
I was called to serve the Grand Cleric. I will not betray her. Kill me then. I am not afraid to die for my beliefs. At least I still know what I believe.
Oh boy. We don't even know what's in the box. Having Leliana cut this bitch's throat over what could literally be an empty box seems like a very bad idea. We can't just off somebody for disagreeing with us. We can't just assassinate a cleric in a chantry.
Release her, Leliana. She's no threat.
The Grand Cleric?
She is one woman. We are the Inquisition.
And she is also not the Grand Cleric. What difference does it mean if you cut her head off?
Tell your mistress that she has a choice. The Inquisition is coming.
Killing her wouldn't really have changed anything though.
No! This can't be it. There's nothing here.
It's not what you expected. That doesn't mean it's nothing.
There's a message carved in the lid. The left hand should lay down her burden. She's releasing me. The Divine has a long reach, but it is always her left hand that stretches out. 1,000 lies, 1,000 deaths. Her commands, but my conscience that bore the consequences.
So she wants her to retire from all this life and go back to the way she was before. Ironic, considering Justinia is the one that turned her into this, and now she's dead after so many years and just wants her to stop, as if it's that simple.
She apologized in the Fade. She said she failed you. This is what she meant.
All this time, Justinia carried the fear that she was using me. Just like I'd been used in the past. But Marjolaine's games were trifles. Justinia gambled with the fate of nations. She needed me. No one else could have done what I did. She knows that.
Then you have to let it go. Let her go. You don't owe her anything anymore.
If it were not for you, I would have killed Natalie and called it a good thing. Thank you for showing me what was right when I couldn't see it for myself. There are things that must be said, but not here. I will see you back at Skyhold.
And the fact that she was about to try to off a Chantry cleric randomly and all this. Yeah, you can't just... we couldn't just assassinate her right there. There's no way. And it would have achieved nothing anyways. Like, I guess the Grand Cleric wouldn't have known that there was an empty box there, or a box there, but, I mean, what the fuck does that matter to anything, right? She still knows that we went, and if her agent doesn't come back, she obviously knows that we offed her, and so we give her information either way. Better to give her the one that doesn't condemn us and make us more of an enemy. We've already handled the Chantry not liking us, we handled all the clerics in Valrayo trying to get rid of us. We've been around that block, we can handle that. But I'm not gonna have any more blood on Leliana's hands if I can avoid it, especially not that kind of blood too. Executing an unarmed cleric. Whether she would actually do it or not, which obviously she would. That doesn't mean she'd be okay with herself about doing it later down the line, right? That would be one of those unjustified killings that would cause problems.
Has offered the ambassador support for the Inquisition.
Ah, Natalie is as persuasive as ever.
I'm told that Ambassador Montillier is pleased with the restraint you showed in Valence.
She's positively beside herself. I will never hear the end of it. Niceness before knives, Leliana. Haven't I always told you?
Will that be all, my lady?
For now.
Niceness before knives. Words to live by.
I love making new friends, don't you?
It was a gamble, Inquisitor, but it paid off. If you hadn't been with me at Valence, I would have killed Natalie. I'd have told you that I didn't have a choice. But there is always a choice.
That's the gist of it.
I am more than this. I am more than what Justinia made me.
What does this mean for my Inquisition? Will you still be my spy master?
Of course. I would not give up my post. Not after everything we've built. I just know now that I shouldn't ignore my heart. Mercy is not always a weakness.
Do you resent Justinia for what she did?
How can I when there is so much between us? When she gave her life for peace? No, I believe her intentions were pure. Most intentions are.
Did this monologue help?
Then put Justinia behind you. Remember, you're Inquisition now.
Of course. I won't forget my duty, and I won't forget that it's not all I am. I almost lost myself.
It seems like we're taking her in the right direction.
Did you need something?
Anything I should know?
Celine has cemented power in Orlais. Good, we need an ally like her. At the moment, she's said to be rooting out the last of Gaspard's supporters. Once that is done, we will have a united Orlais.
We got an Inquisition
behind the
perk.
Inquisition.
I thought she would have
I'll leave you to your work.
some kind of commentary about the fact that she has a shot at being divine, but maybe because we talked to Cassandra first and told her she would be a good choice, maybe that's just not on the table anymore. Because I genuinely did expect to have to, like, back her off from trying to take it.
My
Here we go.
dear, I know you must have a great deal on your mind right now, but I need to speak with you.
I'm sure you do.
You know as well as I how far the Inquisition's influence has spread, and how desperate the Grand Clerics have become. Our opinion will be instrumental in their election of the new Divine.
Okay.
I thought that might be
Here
coming
comes
after
the
the Grand
play.
Ball.
The Inquisition may not be invited to their vote, but our actions will certainly influence the Grand Clerics. To sit on the Sunburst throne, a candidate should have grace, charm, and a will of solid steel. Cassandra may lack the first two, but unless you can think of someone better, she is the strongest choice.
I agree.
I think Cassandra would be best for the job.
Cassandra is our only hope of restoring order after all this chaos. I knew you would see it as I do. We will have to be very mindful of everything we do and say, for the conclave certainly is doing the same. If they look to the Inquisition to provide a sign of the Maker's will, We will have to give them the right one.
You know, I thought she would try to make a play for herself. I think if we had continued... Well, she still put her hand in the bag, I guess. Let me quickly just go back to Cassandra. I mean, I know I told her she'd be perfect, and I told her to make it a new conquest, but I'm not sure if that's definitive yet, so... Let's go talk to her and make sure that it is. Since we are gonna make her divine, I will probably start using Blackwall now as my tank instead of her, because I guess looking forward, so spoilers ahead, but in the final expansion, she will be unavailable as our tank because she will be divine if we choose to make her that. So we should probably start building Blackwall up and getting him good to go.
You are quite distracting, you know.
I try to be.
So, you're a candidate for divine now.
So I am informed.
Is that something you actually want?
Why should what I want matter?
Why shouldn't it matter? Don't you have the right to be happy?
It is very simple. The Chantry needs to survive. To do that, it must change. I have never believed in asking another to do what you are unwilling to do yourself. So I look upon this as an opportunity. I owe it to myself and all of Thedas to seek the Sunburst throne.
You would make a very good divine.
I think you'd make an excellent choice.
Thank you. Let's hope the Chantry clerics agree.
Okay, so we're good. She's
That's
locked in
enough
as
for now.
divine.
We shall speak again soon.
Which means I will probably likely strip all of her equipment off and toss it all on over to Blackwall. Anyways, that is where I'm going to wrap this one on up. And then next time we'll get into Empress de Leon. So thank you for watching. As always, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like and a comment on your way out. And I will see you soon with more Dragon Age Inquisition. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Peace.